Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to New Vision International School online class. This is Teacher V speaking. How are you today? I hope you are all fine. All right. So, today I will be teaching you the writing lessons. So, are you ready to write your own composition? Good job. So, let's begin. Prepare the following materials needed for today's task. Reader's and Writer's booklet, your pencil and eraser, and of course, your English copybook. Are these materials ready with you? Great job! So, let's just have a short recap of our lesson last week, which is about brief composition. Now, let's talk about this brief composition or composition alone. What is a composition again? It tells about real things or events. So it is really happening in real life. It can be your life, someone's life, or animals, or the things that around you. So these are the things that are real. Now, let's have a short recap of the key features of brief composition as well as the writer's guide. Okay? The first is brief or composition. It tells about a real people or things. And also, it tells about just one topic. Remember, you have to focus just in one topic. So if you want to write about a bird, so you have to focus just only with that topic, which is a bird. Okay, so those are the key features of a brief composition. Now let's proceed to writer's checklists. So these are your guide in writing your own composition. It tells about real wild animals, not just only wild animals. You can also write your own composition of a domestic animal. So you can only make you can also write a composition about domestic animal or your pet alone. And make sure each sentence tells one idea. Don't go beyond um, your mind or your imagination. Just have to focus in one idea. Okay? So don't think about outside the box too much. Just focus in your composition, the title of what you're going to write. Next one is write an exclamatory sentence at the end and say the sentence with strong feeling. So using an exclamation point indicates that a sentence has a strong feel. Even if you don't say it, if an exclamation point is already written, it means that it expresses a strong feeling, right? So these are the writer's checklist or your guide in writing a composition. Now I have here an example. So as you can see, this is all about rabbits. Do you know what rabbits are? Excellent. Now the title of this composition is about rabbits. Okay, just listen carefully. I like rabbits. My mom and I watch rabbits in our yard. We see them in the evening. They eat and play at night. They rest during the day. Rabbits eat plants. We try to keep them away from our garden. Rabbits stand very still. They don't want us to see them. If I go too near to a rabbit, it hops away. I learn a lot by watching rabbits. So as you noticed, I just focus in rabbits alone. Okay? I did not even mention some any other animals. And of course, I make sure that this sentence has a strong feeling in writing an exclamation point at the end of the sentence. So this is just an example of a brief composition. So in this activity later on, you're going to copy the example that I will give, and I will flash in the screen and write it in your copybook. Okay, So, kindly grab your readers and writers booklet, page 208 and 209, along with your eraser and of course your pencil. Okay, so this is actually a rubric, okay? In writing a composition. Focus in the idea. That's the first one. So a good composition tells about one topic. So that means you just focus in one topic. Next is organization. So what do you mean by organization? Your thoughts are organized. You're just focusing in one idea. So a good composition tells important ideas in order in an order that makes sense. So organize means makes sense. It is important. It important ideas. Okay? So you are just not going to write something that describes rabbit. So this is most probably your personal encounter or personal experiences. Okay? So next one would be the voice. A good composition tells about the topic in a way that is interesting. That means you need to choose a word that is interesting and makes sense. Next one, word choice. So you have to choose the best word to in writing a composition. So a good composition uses clear words. So don't use word that is vague or somewhat it might confuse the reader. So when in writing this composition, you are the author. So the readers are, for example, me and the other students who are going to read your composition. Next one. So that is word choice. So clear words. Don't go around the bush. You have to write a composition direct to the point. Okay, next. And of course, sentences. So a good composition is written in a complete sentence. Don't start with a small letter. You have to write to start a composition in a capital letter, and you have to make sure that there is a punctuation mark. So, for example, you use period, question mark, exclamation point, something like this. Okay, now conventions rather. A good composition has sentences that are punctuated correctly. This is what I am saying. You have to write a correct punctuation mark, a period if it's a declarative sentence, or informing something, a period. If your sentence is a question, you have to use a question mark, and if it has a strong feeling, your sentence must end with an exclamation point. So these are just the rubrics of how you're going to write your own composition. So you're going to also use this as your guide in writing your own composition, aside from checking the writer's guidelines or checklist. All good so far? Great job. So next one, you're going to copy the words, leave the correct space between each word. So copy the word and write it on the line properly. Again, when you are doing this, that means you have to write properly on the line. As what I am always telling you, write on the line properly. Follow red, black, black line. Okay? Good job. Now, also grab your copybook or English copybook and kindly open the blank page and copy this. Okay? So, this is a sample composition about a dog, a favorite pet. Okay? So, kindly copy this. You can pause the video and copy the words or these sentences. Okay? So please, you have to start with a capital letter and ends with a period. Understood? So I have here another example. So you can choose two. You can choose either of the two which you want to copy. This one, a dog, a the first picture, a favorite pet, or this one. You can choose. All right, so you can again pause the video and then copy, write it properly on the line, copy it on the line properly, and please don't forget to take a picture of your work and send it in the group. Okay, so good luck. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something from me today. And that's all for today. Bye. Have a nice day.